Hello children, today we are going to study class 5 science, and please turn back to page number 46 of your textbook. We are dealing with chapter number 5. Okay, this is chapter number 5, that is reproduction plant. And so we have deal with that the reproductive part of a plant is seed, and those plants that reproduce sexually via the medium of the seed, and in plants asexual medium of reproduction is also happening, and that is happening by the help of any vegetative part. If plant reproduce itself by any vegetative part like root, stem, leaves, okay, that is known as asexual mean of reproduction. And when the plant reproducing by the medium of seeds, it is called sexual mean of reproduction. Okay, so this sexual mean of reproduction is happening through the medium of the seed. Okay, and the seed has basically three parts. The first part is seed coat, the second part is seed leaves, and the third plant is embryo or the baby plant. So what is seed coat? Okay, you have seen gram, chana, that brown outer covering, that is seed coat. Okay, clear? You have seen rajma, outer covering, okay, is what? That is seed coat. So every seed has an outer covering that is known as the seed coat, and the function of the seed coat is to protect the plant, baby plant present inside the seed. And this seed coat protect the baby plant from any kind of injury. Okay, and there is one scar present on one side of the seed, and there is one hole also, and through this hole the seed is absorbing water. Okay, you can just easily see it. Okay, especially in the chana, it's very obvious. You soak some seeds of chana and just remove the outer covering. You will see that the chana can be easily divided into two parts, and there you can see a small tiny hole, and from that hole this chana absorb water and increase in its size, swell up. Okay, and here you can see a monocot seed, maize, and a dicot seed. Okay, that is garden bean. You can see the outermost covering is seed coat. This is also known as testa, plumule. It gives rise to the embryo shoot. Embryo shoot means the plant present over the soil. Cotyledon, it means two parts. In these cotyledons have the stored food. Okay, and the radicle from where the root comes out of the baby plant, and this root cap. When the cap will break down, then only this root will come out and get inside the soil. Now second plant is cotyledon or seed leaves. So what is function of this cotyledon? It is storing the food for the embryo. Okay, when this germination start, at that time the baby plant is not capable of making its own food. So this cotyledon have the stored food as the until unless the baby plant develops its leaves, it will provide the food to the baby plant so that it can grow easily. Okay, so seeds, some plants are monocot and dicot. Okay, the seed that can be divided into two parts, for example chana, rajma, these are dicot seeds. And some that can't be divided into any part, for example rice. Can you divide rice into two parts? It can be divided into two cotyledons? No, it is a monocot seed. Maize, rice, wheat, what are these? These are monocot seed. Why? Because they contain only one seed leaf, while in the dicot seed they are containing two seed leaves. Okay, all the pulses are also dicot seeds. Now embryo or baby plant. Okay, so what is happening? This baby plant turn into seedling or a young plant. Okay, inside the cotyledon there is leaves, baby leaves that grow, develop, and they form the baby plant. So the plant that arises and comes out above the ground, that is known as the shoot, and that part that remain under the soil, that is known as the root. So the plumule give rise to the shoot of the plant, and there is radicle, this give rise to the root of the plant. Now germination. So germination is very important process. Through this seeds grow into a young plant or a baby plant when the situations are favorable. So what do you mean by situation? Now comes to page number 48. for the proper germination or growth of the plant, okay, what is the water, air, suitable temperature? When all these three conditions will be favorable, suitable, then only the seed will start germination, and then only the baby plant will develop. Okay, so what is happening, for example, seed, this seed can't swell up, it can't start germination by its own. It need proper adequate amount of water. When the sufficient water will be there, then the plant seed will start swelling up, its seed coat is going to be soft, then only it's going to allow the baby plant to develop. Air, this baby plant, for its respiration it require air, okay, so that it can breathe. So for that very thing, the adequate amount of air should be present. If the seed will start respiring at a fast rate, then the growth will happen quickly. Now suitable temperature, okay, for it should not be too hot or it should not be too cold. When the favorable temperature, that is adequate exact temperature, will be given to the seed, then only it will grow. Okay, so these three very conditions are very important for the germination of the seed, and when they are present in a proper way, in the adequate way, in the appropriate way, then only the seed will start the germination. What is happening when water is there, air is there, suitable temperature is there, then the seed will swell up, the seed coat will become soft, it can be removed easily, and then it will allow the baby plant for its proper development. So the proper balanced condition is very required for the germination. You must have been observed now during it's very common, especially now the rainy season is going on now. You can see so many plants, okay, so many plants, they are coming by their own, okay, but when there is harsh summer, you can't see so much greenery around yourself now. Even in the winter also, when it's too cold, okay, when there's heavy dew is happening, then also at that very time plant can't grow by its own. Okay, so adequate correct temperature is very required. When these three, water, air, suitable temperature, will be given to the seed, then only it will be able to grow or develop in a proper way. So the balanced conditions in respect to water, air and suitable temperature should be there to promote the process which is known as the germination. So children, we will deal till here only, page number 48, germination, condition required for germination. And for today's homework, you are supposed to do this time to recall, fill in the blanks, and please learn it also. Okay, thank you.